So why are addictions so hard to break? There's a million of them out there today, more so than 50 years ago. We can guarantee you that. But why are they so hard? Whether we're talking about a social media addiction, if we're talking about an alcohol addiction, a food addiction, a pot addiction, a vaping addiction, talking about social media addiction, addiction to politics, addiction to arguing, addiction to being right, addiction to being codependent, addiction to having low self confidence, low self esteem. I mean, the list goes on, right? And so we have to ask ourselves, if we want to change the world of addiction, we've got to figure out what's the number one reason that's keeping us stuck. And a lot of people have a different opinion. The one that I have is based on 45 years of experience, and I had my own 30-year addiction from 12 on until I was finally able to master it. And once I mastered it only because of the fact that I found the number one reason of why addictions are so hard to stop. It's the subconscious mindset. There's two parts of the mind: the conscious mind, which is watching right now, and if you know my name, you'll go, this is David Essel talking about why is it so hard to stop addiction. So that's the conscious mind. We're watching it, we're understanding it. Hopefully you may agree, you may disagree, it doesn't matter, but that's consciousness, right? You're in the moment, we're right here, we're mindful, we're in the moment. We are definitely. Now the subconscious is the second part of the mind, and the subconscious is simply a part of our existence that's built on patterns that we have fed it. Now, this is the reason why addictions are so hard to beat. When you have fed an addiction with food, the number one addiction in the world right now in the United States of America is food. 85% of the U.S. population is overweight or obese. That tells us right away where the issue is, right? So what about the subconscious with food addiction? Well, the subconscious says, hey, we've been doing this since we were 10. When we're sad, we eat. When we're happy, we eat. When we're bored, we eat. Most of addictions to food are based on something other than genetics, right? So it's that subconscious pattern. So we continue to put it in when I'm by myself on weekends. If I feel alone, if I feel lonely, if I feel sad, well, I can pick myself up just by getting stoned or having a couple drinks or eating some donuts or cookies at night or whatever it might be, right? So it's that subconscious pattern. Now, you may have also created an identity like I did. I needed alcohol to relax. I needed alcohol to sleep. I needed alcohol to fit in. I'm an introvert, so I have to have a couple glasses of wine before I go to a networking event. So I feel, and all of a sudden, those identities that I just talked about, I needed to relax, I needed to make money, I needed to connect with other people, that becomes part of the subconscious mind, right? So we have the pattern of drinking every night, which becomes part of the subconscious, or the pattern of eating foods that we don't need, that becomes part of the subconscious. And then the identity is that I need this because this is how I relax. I don't do anything else in life. What's wrong with having a couple donuts every evening? What's wrong with having a couple drinks? I don't smoke, at least. I don't screw around on my partner, blah, blah. Do you see the identities we create? And it's all here in the subconscious. The way to shatter it, first of all, write down all of the subconscious thoughts that you have about your addiction. We've got to put it on paper, right? I need it for this, I need it for that. I've been doing it this long. There's no way I could ever live without it. It's genetics. My mom was an alcoholic. My dad was an alcoholic. It has nothing to do with recovery. Nothing, not a thing. You could have now to have a genetic link to alcohol is possible, right? But I have a genetic link to alcohol. I have family members that have died of alcoholism. I am completely clean. I don't call myself an ex-alcoholic or recovering. I'm just David Essel. I don't even use the word alcoholic. So, hey, let's get real here, okay? We can completely shatter the world of addiction. And the reason it's so hard to stop is because of the pattern we set in the subconscious mind. So what do we do next? We replace the pattern. We replace the pattern with support from a professional. We replace the pattern if you go to meetings with meetings. We replace the pattern with different friends that don't have the same addiction processes that you've been with in the past. And when you make those changes, the subconscious will join you, as it joined me and millions of other people. And we are free. I don't care what the addiction is, you can be completely free. Listen, 5 free books at the website talkdavid.com. One is all about addiction, as a matter of fact. If you need help one-on-one, we have programs right now. We've always had programs for 45 years. Go to talkdavid.com and remember this. The name of these segments is The Mental Cleanse with David Essel. When you cleanse your mind, in this case, when you cleanse your subconscious mind with new thoughts, new patterns, new hobbies, new people, you cleanse your life. And we are all worthy of it. And we all deserve it. Have a beautiful day. I'm David Essel.